Next topic is how to ascertain the amount due to retiring or deceased partner. Amount due to retiring or deceased partner is determined by preparing capital account of retiring partner or deceased partner. So by preparing capital account, we can ascertain the amount due to retiring or deceased partner. Then what should be credited and what should be debited to deceased partners or retiring partners capital account. So first we will do what should be credited. The first item which should be credited is the credit balance of the capital account. Second item is credit balance of current account if any. Next, on credit side, his share of goodwill should be added. His share of accumulated profits or reserves should be added on credit side. Then his share in the gain on revaluation of assets and liabilities should be added on the credit side. His share of profits up to the date of retirement or death should be added. Interest on capital up to the date of retirement or death should be added. And the last is any salary or any commission up to the date of retirement or death should be written on the credit side of partners, deceased partners or retired partners capital account. Now what should be debited to his capital account? The items which should be debited are debit balance of current account if any. Second item, his share of goodwill to be written off if necessary. If the goodwill is to be written off, then it should be debited to his capital account, retired partners capital account. Third, his share of accumulated losses should be debited. His share of loss on revaluation of assets and liabilities, it should also be debited. His share of loss up to the date of retirement or death. Then his drawings up to the date of retirement or death, and interest on drawing, it should also be debited, but only up to the date of retirement or death of the partner. So we have prepared the capital account of retired partner or deceased partner, and by preparing so we have calculated the balance amount, and the balance should be transferred. Balance can be paid in cash or it can be transferred to his loan account. So what are the ways of making payment to the retiring partner? Disposal of amount due to retiring partner. Disposal here means payment of amount due to retiring partner. How to make him payment? There are three methods. First, make payment in lump sum immediately, that is in cash. Second method, make payment in installments with or without interest as agreed. And the third method of making payment is partly in cash immediately and partly in installment at the agreed intervals. So there are three methods of making payment of the amount due to retiring or deceased partner. So what will be the journal entries in each of the three cases? First case, when retiring partner is paid cash in full here means in lump sum, retiring partner's capital account should be debited to cash or bank account. Here retiring partner's capital account is debited because partner's capital account is closed here by making him payment through cash. Second method, when retiring partner's whole amount is treated as loan. So it is not second method, it is second alternative, that retiring partner's capital account is closed by transferring its balance to retiring partner's loan account. Now in the revised balance sheet, retiring partner's loan account will appear and retiring partner's capital account will not appear in the revised balance sheet because payment will be made to him after some time as per agreement. Third method, when retiring partner is partly paid in cash and the remaining amount treated as loan. So it is the combination of first two alternatives. Here retiring partner's capital account should be debited because we are closing partner's capital account with the total amount due. To cash account with the amount paid in cash, and to retiring partner's loan account the amount of loan which will be paid to him as per agreement in installments or any other way. So fourth, when loan account is settled by paying in installments include principal and interest. So in this case the partner's capital's account balance is transferred to partner's loan account, and now interest on loan will become due. So what will be the entry? Because interest is an expense, so interest account debit to retiring partner's loan account, and this interest should be added to the principal amount of loan. Second entry will be for the payment of installment. Here retiring partner's loan account should be debited with the amount of principal amount plus interest to cash or bank. So this second entry is for making payment of installment. So these are the methods of making him payment. Amrinder, Mahinder and Joginder are partners in a firm. Mahinder retires from the firm. On his date of retirement, rupees 60,000 become due to him. Amrinder and Joginder promise to pay him in installments every year at the end of the year. Prepare Mahinder's loan account in the following cases. So we have to prepare Mahinder's loan account, and loan account is a liability account. And what is the rule of liability account? Any decrease in the liability should be debited and any increase in the liability should be credited. When first case is when payment is made for yearly installments plus interest at rate of 12% per annum on the unpaid balance. And second case, when they agree to pay 3 yearly installments of rupees 20,000 including interest at rate of 12% per annum on outstanding balance during the first 3 years, and the balance including interest in the 4th year. So here first of all there are 3 partners. We'll write Amrinder, Mahinder and Joginder, and Mahinder retires and amount due to him is 60,000. So here Mahinder retires and amount due to Mahinder is rupees 60,000. So first case, when payment is made 4 yearly installments plus interest at rate of 12% on unpaid balance. So here payment should be made in 4 installments plus interest at rate of 12% on the amount unpaid, or we can say on outstanding amount. So here the total amount due is 60,000 and this 60,000 should be returned. So first prepare the format of retiring partner's loan account. Here M retires, so M's loan account should be prepared. This is debit side and this is credit side, and the amount due to him of rupees 60,000, it should be written on the credit side. It is the first year because dates are not given here, so we will write only first year here. By Mahinder's capital account, because the amount due to him is carried down from the Mahinder's capital account. So that is why here Mahinder's capital account is written, and the amount due to him in the beginning of year, that is on the date of retirement, is rupees 60,000. And here we have to calculate the interest for the first year. So first year's interest, because there are 4 installments, so 60,000 divided by 4 is equal to 15,000. So how to calculate the first year installment? Installment is 15,000 plus interest at rate of 12%. And how interest will be calculated? It will be 12% on the outstanding amount. So it is outstanding amount in the beginning of year is 60,000. So 60,000 multiplied with 12%, and it is 15,000 plus 7,200 is the interest, and the total amount is 22,200. So it will be the first year's installment. On credit side, first we will write the interest due. Interest we have calculated is 7,200, and on debit side we will write the payment made, that is to bank account, and we have to make payment of rupees 22,200. So to bank 22,200, and how it is calculated? 15,000 installment plus 7,200 interest. So total first year it is 67,200, and This is balance carried down. And it is 45,000. So first year's balance will be brought down in the next year. Here we will write second year. In the beginning of year we will write by balance brought down. So this 45,000 will be written in the second year, 45,000. And now we again have to calculate interest on the amount outstanding in the beginning of year, and the amount outstanding in the beginning of year here is 45,000. So in the second year we have to calculate interest on rupees 45,000 at rate of 12%, and it is it is 5,400. It is interest. And what will be the installment amount paid? 15,000 plus 5,400, and it is equal to 20,400. It will be paid in the second year. So here the interest is 5,400, and in second year payment is 15,000 plus interest, because here we have to add the interest in the installment. So it is 20,400, and the total is 50,400, and balance carried down is 30,000. So balance of second year will be brought down in the third year, and it will be written on the credit side by balance brought down 30,000. Now again we have to calculate the interest in the third year. So by interest, and interest is calculated on rupees 30,000 third year. So here we have to write and interest is calculated on rupees 30,000 at rate of 12%. It is 3,600. And what will be the payment? Payment will be 15,000 plus 3,600. It is equal to 18,600. So now interest is 3,600, and payment in the third year will be 15,000 plus interest, and it is 18,600, and balance carried down is 15,000. Now this balance of rupees 15,000 should be brought down in the fourth year. On credit side we will write by balance brought down, that is 15,000, and now we will calculate interest on 15,000, that is amount due in the beginning of year. So fourth year interest will be on 15,000 at rate of 12%, and it is 1800. So on credit side we will write interest 1800, its total is 16,800, and now on debit side we will write to bank account 15,000 plus interest, and it is 16,800. So this is M's loan account. Now come to the second case, when they agree to pay 3 yearly installment. So here he will be paid in 3 yearly installments of rupees 20,000 including interest. This 20,000 includes interest, but in the first case we have to add the interest separately. So here 20,000 will be paid to him in first 3 years including interest at rate of 12% per annum on the outstanding balance during the first 3 years, and the balance including interest in the fourth year. And after making payment of rupees 20,000 including interest, if any balance remains in the fourth year, it will be paid including interest in the fourth year. So here first come to the working notes, and the payment is to be made of rupees 20,000, and it is including interest in 3 years. So here first of all on the credit side, this is debit side and this is credit side. First year on credit side we will write by Mahinder's capital account, and the amount due to him in the beginning, that is on the retiring date, is rupees 60,000. On debit side of first year we will make him payment to bank of rupees 20,000, which is including interest, and we have to calculate the interest at rate of 12% on the outstanding balance. So outstanding balance in the first year is rupees 60,000. In the beginning of year 60,000 is outstanding. So we will calculate interest on first year interest. It is first year's, and interest will be calculated on the amount outstanding in the beginning of year, that is 60,000 multiplied with 12%, it is 7,200. So we will write here 7,200. Now we will total it. it is 67,200. 67,200, and it will be the balance carried down. 47,200 will be the balance. Now this balance will be brought down in the second year by balance brought down 47,200, and the payment will be made in the second year will be of rupees 20,000. And now we have to calculate the interest on the outstanding amount in the second year. And in the second year, the amount outstanding means due but not paid, is 47,200. So here in the second year, interest will be calculated on 47,200 at rate of 12%, and it is 5,664. 5,664. So now we can total credit side. It is 52,864. 52,864. And balance carried down of second year is it is 32,864, which will be brought down in the third year by balance brought down 32,864. And in the third year we will make payment of rupees 20,000, and it is including interest, so that is why we have not to add the interest in it separately. Now we have to calculate the interest on the outstanding amount, and the outstanding amount in the beginning of third year is 32,864. 32,864. So third year's interest will be, so now 32,864 is multiplied with 12, and it is 8. 4, 6, 8, 2, 3. And it is 394368, and when it is divided with 100, when we round off it will become 3944. So interest in the third year is 3944 by interest. Now we will total it, and its total is 8 6 and 3, 36,808. 36,808, and balance carried down is 16,808, and this balance will be brought down in the fourth year by balance brought down 16,808. And in the fourth year we have to calculate the interest. So in fourth year interest will be on 16,808 at rate of 12%, and when 16,808 is multiplied with 12, it is 80861. It is 696. And it is 2016.96. So when we round off it, it will become 2017. 2017 is the interest of fourth year, and total is 18,825. 18,825. So this will be the payment of fourth year bank account, 18,825. It is fourth year.